Tomi Adeyemi. Tomi Adeyemi. Tomi Adeyemi. How many times have I said your name? Step to the front. Yeah? Come here. My dear. Hey. What was that? What was that? You know what? This is so interesting because I think this is probably one of the first times I've spoken about a topic like more than twice. I usually don't even speak about a topic twice, but obviously I spoke about the whole Children of Blood and Bone casting debacle, and then I spoke about Tomi coming out and saying that she's not supporting the film not too long ago, and then now I'm back, but now again I'm speaking on Tomi, so maybe I'm speaking on a topic twice, so because I'm not really speaking about the casting, I'm speaking about Tomi because what is going on? What is going on? So she came out, and we, if you aren't up to date on the whole situation, go and check out my video where I speak about her like coming out and saying that she's not supporting the film because she went through a lot of traumatic experiences behind the scenes, and so she's not going to support the film. Now she made a video a few days ago, and the video was, I wouldn't lie, it was about like 5 minutes. I wouldn't lie to you. And I thought, the minute I saw the video, I said, oh, we're going to get more insight into what exactly happened behind the scenes. Because up to now, it's been just, just little hints that there was something going on. She was just leaving cryptic messages, if you will. So when this video came out, I said, okay, cool. Especially because with all of the cryptic messages that she was leaving behind, and even her stating outright that she wasn't supporting the film anymore, she still told us, to go and support the film because she made it for us, Cool. So I'm thinking we're going to get real context as to what happened behind the scenes. Bruh, I don't know what that video was. That video was like just minutes of... Y'all see what I just did? That's what she was doing. And I'm not even saying this to make fun, because she seemed like she was, truly affected by whatever happened behind the scenes. And so we have to actually, show her love and grace, because she seems like she was affected. We still don't know what happened, though. That's the thing. We still don't know what happened. But then she said this is her last time speaking about it. She's like, she doesn't want to speak about it anymore after that video. So we're not going to hear anything past this video. At least I would think so, because that's what she said. Now this is why I kind of took issue with it. She didn't say anything new at all. Everything that was said in that video was, I'm pretty sure, said in the comments and posts that she has left or even alluded to. Like, she said nothing new. That something happened backstage, and she wasn't supported, even though people were aware of what happened, people in the production, whatnot. I guess the news information is the fact that there was whatever happened, she left the set hyperventilating and sobbing, and there were a lot of witnesses. So she just there were a lot of witnesses, so no one can even turn around and say that it's not true. So I guess that's like the newest bit of information. That's great. I saw a post and I was just like, you know what? I wish Tomi saw this post before she made that video. Someone was just like, oh, I think it was actually a reply to a post. Someone said, you know what? The only people who should be hearing about this from Tomi is her lawyers and her agent. And I was just like, honestly, yeah. Because if something happened, especially because she's saying we should still go and see the film because she made it for us, and she understands what this means, and da-da-da-da-da. But then it seems like she is subtly trying to just wreck it. Like, because if something happened, take it to your agent, because I don't know what contract you guys signed when, she was negotiating rights and all this and that. But I'm sure they should probably be the one to handle however you were treated or what happened, la-da-da-da-da. If you were abused or mistreated or something happened, again, agent and your lawyer. Because if you're going to take something up with them, lawyer, because it's your, because what are we gonna do? Because our immediate reaction when we first heard, or when she first started alluding to the fact that they weren't on good terms anymore, and then when she finally said, oh yeah, I'm not supporting it, our first reactions as fans, as fans of the work, as supporters of Tomi, our first reactions all over was, oh, okay, so we're not seeing this movie. Oh, so we finna stand by. We're like, we don't know what they did, but clearly they did some. That's our first reaction, because guys, when it comes to things like this, our power lies in our purchasing, our purchasing power. And we got purchasing power, as much as people don't want to admit it, especially when it comes to the diaspora, the African diaspora all over the world. We got some purchasing power, baby. Let us not show up to that movie. Let us not show up. That movie's gonna flop, and we're never gonna see number 2 or number 3. Like, that movie's gonna die right there and then, okay? But then she said, I want you guys to still support the movie. And it left, even like in the last video I made, I told you guys I was so conflicted because she says this, but why would I want to support something that has hurt someone that I'm supporting? It's so that left so many people conflicted, because we want to support you, but this project means a lot, not just for you, but for the wider community. And I think that's, again, this is what I don't like. You're still being cryptic, but from your actions, your words and your actions, they're not aligning. They're not aligning at all. And guys, it's so funny because I had a similar situation where words and actions were not aligning in my own personal life, and it was actually like distressing my nervous system so much that I was actually having like depressive episodes and like anxiety attacks and all that, because when two things aren't aligned, there's bound to be like a rip because of the chaos. Like, which direction are we meant to head in? Because with everything that you're saying and how you're moving, first behind the scenes but now out in the open, it's showing that nah, we shouldn't support this movie, but you're saying with your mouth, go and support it. I saw a theory online, and I won't lie, the theory has, it has good bones to it. Someone saying that, listen, she signed her contract and she's collected her money, so whatever happens to the movie doesn't concern her anymore. So if it flops, it flops. And I was just like, you know what? I hear it, because if you've collected your coins, like, I don't know if she was going to collect royalties from the films. I don't know what contract she had, but they were just like, her contract is probably like, she just had like a one lump sum and she's collected it. And so now that she's wiped the hands of it, because all that she's going to get. And now that, they're not in good terms, she don't care. And if anything, because they played her, she's going to do whatever she can to like bring it down. It was a good theory. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but I was just like, the theory, it has good bones, because from what she's saying, but and how she's moving, it's giving, girl, you don't want this movie to go nowhere. And it's hard. It's hard, and it's even hard for me to accept that theory, because I'm just like, girl, you know what this movie means for us, and you have said that yourself. And so I do not want to believe that theory is true. It has good bones, but I don't want to believe that it's true. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to show her grace and say that's not what's going on. That she is moving more so from emotion, because it seems like emotions have been high ever since, especially because like from what she described in terms of like how it affected her and her health, like I'm sure like she is still processing from what she has described. We can only take her word for it. We don't really know, but taking her word for it, she has been really, really affected. Now this is another thing that I think a lot of us should consider, and this is another thing that made me upset with the video, because she didn't give us more context. Like, she literally told us nothing like about what happened. And we have to consider that we're not hearing the other side to the story. And you know how people always say there are 3 sides to a story, their side, and the truth. I think it might end up being a situation here, because She said she left the set hyperventilating, crying, and it really affected her health. That's true. Now, as someone who suffers from anxiety, me myself, I know that there can be certain situations where no one is actually at fault, but it's still a trigger to me. Simply because of, like, obviously past experiences and just what my body finds to be a trigger. It could be the case that whoever she was dealing with or whatever happened behind the scenes, there was no intention to hurt or to abuse, whatever. But how Tomi interpreted it, like, resulted in the hyperventilating, the tears, and, you know, from that, the health issues. This is not to say that we are going to disregard her experiences. Her experiences are valid, they're true, and she has suffered, yes. But we do not know what led to her experiences, is my point. Especially when it comes to this entire situation with, like, the story and the plot. And we've already discussed how even the casting has already thrown us off as, like, fans. Who's to say that how she reacted to how certain storylines and how the plot was going did not have her, you know, butting heads with the director, with the whole production team, and that might have led to an argument or to something being said that would have led to her, you know, hyperventilating and crying. Who's to say that? That being said, again, because we have no context, nothing, we know nothing of what happened, I cannot say if that was the case or if the production, the director, and whoever else on set or everyone else who was involved in the movie, I can't say if they actually, like, they actually might have just rolled up on homegirl and legit just emotionally abused her. They might have financially abused her. They might have verbally abused her. They might have done everything to break homegirl, and she held strong, and then she finally cracked and broke and left the set. And the funny thing is, both things could have happened at the same time as well. You know, these things aren't mutually exclusive. Both things could have happened. Neither could have happened. Something else could have happened. This is my point. This is my point. That video, again, I feel for her so much. And I love that, you know, everyone's coming together to support her. But it also frustrated me because it did not add to anything else. It did not add to anything that we know. And so moving forward, we're still left in this pit of confusion as to how we are to respond. In terms of, like, you know, who else we are to support. Because obviously we're going to support her. But who else are we meant to support or not support is my point. We're going to support her as she's going through this. She has a new project that she was talking about, and there's been discourse on that project, and it's very, very funny, but that's a story for another day. So there's that, and so we're going to continue supporting her in the work that she puts out, and she was just like, you know, if you want to support me, buy the books from an indie bookshop, that's great. But in terms of this movie, are we supporting this movie? And she said, yes, we are. But again, your words and your actions are not aligning. And I don't like it. Because this is a movie that has a wonderful, like, amazing cast. Like, just beautiful cast full of talented, like, amazing actors and actresses. Again, we have our issues with the casting. But we can't deny that the people in the cast, they're talented. We've seen, at least I've seen, works from every single person on that cast. So I know that they have talent. That's not a question. And then we saw the trailer that was released, and whoa, the trailer was, oh my gosh, it looked good. We can't deny it. That trailer looks good. Guys, I saw that trailer. I said, hey, whoa, so it's serious. Hey. I watched that. The thing is, I watched it several times, and when I said, and you know, when you, like, a trailer comes out, and you're trying to pick little, you know, little nuggets to kind of see, especially when it's based off a book. You're trying to see, like, oh, this is when this happened. This is when this happened. Oh, I see that. I see how they're doing it, right? And the funny thing is, I stopped doing that with trailers ages ago because I want to, especially when it comes to a book, I want to go into that cinema shocked. I want to be surprised. I want to be like, but especially with all of this discourse, especially, you know, and when it comes to like the casting changes and wanting to see, I was like, no, I gotta see this trailer. And when I tell you, I sat down, yeah, I sat down and I said, hey, this is going to be an event. This movie is going to be an event too. I said, hey, wow. And then the trailer came, and this is why I'm just like, her actions and her words are not aligning. Because the trailer came out, and then Tommy posted that video. I said, no, Tommy, this is messy. This is messy because this is, to me, this is saying I'm not supporting. Because how can you follow up a trailer where everyone is now hype? We're like, ah! Especially after you said, no, guys, go and support the movie, go and support the movie. Everyone is now hype. After seeing the trailer, and you've given the go-ahead to go and support the movie. And then you release your video saying, bruh, suffering. That's all that video said to me, was suffering. Guys. Oh, it's genuinely so difficult because, like, one of the main conversations I've been seeing going on online is how, guys, this movie is like, Hollywood is watching this movie and how it performs to see, okay, are we gonna green light more, you know, fantasy adaptations? More than that, are we going to green light fantasy movies based on, you know, cultures outside of, you know, African American culture? Because obviously Hollywood, America, da 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 da. And what I'm already like scared of is the fact that with all of the chaos happening, who's to say that Hollywood hasn't already said, nah, we can't work with them. Look at them causing drama. We can't do it. Who's to say that all of this that's happening, you know, and the conversation, and obviously there has been a lot of online discussion about, like, guys, should we see this? We shouldn't see this. Imagine the people in Hollywood, just the people just watching all this discourse going, so now if we pick something up, they're now going to decide that they don't want to see the movie after we've invested so much money. I'm just like, is it already too late? That's one of the things that I'm thinking about. Is it already too late for us? And I'm just like, and you know what? I saw like a post, and the way I clutched my pearls when I read it, because I was just like, wait a minute, I did not even consider this. Someone said, I need this movie to do good because I need the Legendborn adaptation. And the way I clutched my chest, because I wasn't even thinking about like specific adaptations. I was just thinking about, like, you know, just for the future of like certain fantasy adaptations, you know. And then when she said that, well, Shirahi, I don't really know who the person was. I paused and I just started to think of all the books that, you know, I know people are considering for adaptation, and I'm just like, yeah, they're all in danger. I said, God, there are so many like such amazing books, amazing series that, me personally, I'm sitting here waiting for them to just announce the adaptation, especially like when it comes to like middle grade. So I don't like, guys, when it comes to fantasy, I love middle grade because I'm just like, they can still have high stakes. And I feel like because they're kids, they can just, they do so much. And, guys, I have so much. The Onyenka series, let's not, like, listen, Onyenka needs to be made. And I would love for it to be animated. I feel like they could do a lot more with animation than they can do with live action. They always ruin a live action for me, you know. I need the Onyenka series to be adapted. I need it to be adapted. Like, I love, oh my god, you know what I need to be adapted? Oh my gosh, and this should be animated, 100%, no question about it. The Gifted Clan series by Gracie Kim. Hey, guys, I feel like I've spoken about how that is one of my like all-time favorite books, all-time favorite series. It's a 3-book series, Korean mythology. writing is beautiful, the world building is beautiful, the, oh my goodness, character development, story progression, all the plot. Okay, I've lost track. We really lost track. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys know I do this a lot, and it's actually, I'm so sorry. I do it a lot, and I'm so sorry that I keep doing it. I should really stop. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the topic at hand. But yeah, so when that person made that post and they said that, I got into a panic, because now I'm genuinely worried that Hollywood has watched how this has unfolded, and they already decided against like doing this anymore. They're just like, we're not going to work with these people, because they're hard to work with. And guys, that it's a microaggression. It is at this point, even macroaggression, the whole hard to work with, we know that. And we've seen it in the workplace and corporate spaces, and we've seen it, and obviously we know that it happens even in creative spaces. But for it to now happen here and destroy our chances of seeing more things, Tomi, how many times did I call your name? Hey, the thing is, again, showing grace, because she suffered through whatever she suffered, so that's not her fault. But again, no context is frustrating me, because I'm just like, who is at fault for what you suffered? That's important here. That's very important. Who's at fault? Who is at fault? Was it even an actor? Like we know that she's not on good terms with Amanda. That girl stay finding herself a drama. Like I said, like she needs a rebrand. Was it more? Did Amanda do more? Was that it? Like, we really do not know. Because if it was Amanda, we can be like, oh, we're not supporting her. Like, recast her. We can say something like that. But we truly do not know. We don't know. So like, what am I to do? So I'm so sorry. This has just become like a rant. But I'm just frustrated. I'm really frustrated at the direction that this entire debacle has gone. And it's so sad. It's so very sad, because when this was first announced, the energy has now shifted. Because when it was first announced, it was just excitement and just hype, and people were just like, "Oh my goodness, this is another Black Panther moment," And now it's just commentary, drama. Shall we go? Shall we not? Like, but as I asked last time, what do you guys think? Are you going to see the movie? I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. Her actions are a bit somehow. But since she said we should go and see it, let's go and see it. Let's go and see it and support our people. Because especially since she's not telling us more. And the thing is, there's also the other question about, is she like forbidden to tell us more? Like, is that part of her contract? Like, most likely. But then in my head, I'm like, will there ever come a time when the non-disclosure agreement wears out? And I'm really curious as to, like, are we going to make it to the second book? Is that second book going to make it to adaptation with all of the chaos going on now? Are we going to make it? Because I'm not sure anymore. I'm not. But yeah, guys, let me know all your thoughts on the recent video that she put up, because yeah. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys when I see you. Goodbye.